guys, it's Tiffany and I am back again to talk to you guys. So this week I am talking to you guys about some story times that has happened here, not here, I'm at home, at college. So these are just some stories that has happened to me and my friends as we have went through our freshman year of college. If you do not know, like I just said, hi, my name is Tiffany. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment down below, follow me on all my social medias. They are all nameless Tiff with 3 F's at the end. They're all also down in the description box below. If you did not know, I am a freshman currently in college. So going to college has been a pretty big adjustment and some interesting things have happened to me and my friends. So I am just going to tell you a few stories that has happened. So story number 1, we decided, so we are in a different town than our hometown. So me and 3 of my other friends have decided to take the bus to go to Walmart because we needed a few simple things from Walmart. Now, I don't take most public transportation here in my hometown, and the systems from the system in my hometown to the system in where my college is completely different. So basically we took the right bus but at the wrong time. So it was not going to Walmart. It went on a 2.5-hour bus ride. We could have been home from college by that time. But no, we sat on a public transportation bus for 2.5 hours. And it was not till an hour and a half into the bus trip that the bus driver had the decency to tell us what we did wrong. So we took a 2.5, and there was no way of us getting off. We didn't know the bus system. We didn't know how to get off, take a different bus, go back to the school. So we had to sit there and wait for 2.5 hours on this bus. It went all through town. It went through like residences. It went through everything but Walmart. So 2.5 hours, and we didn't even get to go to Walmart. Luckily, by now, this was in the beginning of the year, by now we have figured out the bus system and we have not had to ride the bus for 2.5 hours while it carries out its whole route. Yeah. So, that's a thing that happened. Story number 2 is, since that was kind of a downer, I'm going to tell you a fun story. So this was the first week that we were up at school, and it was, I go to a school, I call it the Pennsylvania Forks. If you don't know what Forks is, it is the town in Twilight, which is right off from Seattle. It rains all the time, it's always gloomy, it's always dreary, everything. Me and my friend Lacey say that we live in the Forks of Pennsylvania because it's always raining all the time and it's always dark. We have some really good days in the summer, which is really nice, but it gets really hot. But in the winter, it's always dreary, it's always raining, it's always snowing, it is what it is. So in the beginning of the year, it was raining really hard, and we were also really hot, because like I said, it gets really hot. So we decided that we'd just go outside. So basically, we ended up running around my whole campus with a bunch of my friends. The girls ended up taking their shirts off. Now, mind you, we had bras and stuff on like that, but we ended up taking our shirts off. I almost lost my shirt in the creek, because we have a creek that runs through campus. We also have a huge gorge that runs through campus. Plug, if you guys didn't see my friend's trip to the gorge, go see it. Next time I go, I'm going to be just filming my friend Tyler, his whole experience, because he wasn't in the other one. So we're going to go again, and the whole video is going to be Tyler at the gorge. So watch out for that. There's going to be a video coming up titled Tyler at the Gorge. So, and Tyler, if you're not watching this, you're going to be pretty pissed. But yes, so I was running with a few of my friends who I'm not going to name because I don't know if they want to be named or not. But as I just named, called Tyler out, but whatever. So I was running through and I was peer pressured to end up taking my shirt off, which I did, which was completely fine. I was with a bunch of my friends and we still had like undergarments on and everything. And because they were soaked, so they were like as good of nothing anyways because they were soaking wet and pretty much see-through. So like we took it off, and when I took it off, my hand went and almost dropped it over the bridge into the creek. Luckily it landed on like the railing of the bridge, so I was safe. But yeah, no, that was a really fun time. Some of my friends went swimming in puddles. We all took our shoes off. We walked in the creek. It was really cool and a really nice time, and it was really fun. So that is that. Ooh, that is that story time. Number 3, I'm going to tell you about a time that I thought I was as good as gone. So basically, like I said, we have a creek. We also have a giant gorge. And it's a hike down to the gorge. And it's muddy and slippery and all that kind of stuff. But it was a very beautiful day. It was really warm. But like in the previous days, it was really cold and icy. The gorge was filled with ice. It was all ice because we were actually able to walk across the gorge a week before. So all the ice ended up melting and it was all muddy. It was very sunk in mud. So when we walked down there with my friends, Abby, Taylor, and Rachel, we were thinking going down there, but we decided to go down there and have like a friend date. And we ate lunch. We tried to do some homework, but I don't think we actually got anything done. But it was really nice because we sat by the water and ate lunch and did some work and all that, and it was really nice. But we ended up staying way too long, and it got dark outside. And by dark, I mean like pitch black, like we were using flashlights to see where we were going, and mud that you're literally sinking into. Well, when we tried to climb back up the hill that we slid down, it was not as easy at all. And we were just climbing up and sliding back down, climbing and sliding, climbing and sliding. Well, Rachel found a new way to get up and was very good about it, and very applause to Rachel because she did amazing. She like jumped over top of this thing and like got herself up there, and I was like, girl, you got this. So Rachel did amazing, and then Taylor like zoomed up the other way and she got up. And then the problem was that way was like not happening. And then Abby got up right after the way Rachel went. And the problem with that was they had some traction with leaves. By the time all 3 of them went up, the traction was completely gone and it was nothing but slippery, wet mud. I was the last one up and I could not get up. I'd climb a little bit, slide down, climb, slide, and there was nowhere to really grip. The branch that we used before was completely gone and nowhere to be found and could not be used to pull up. I got almost up the hill at one point and then literally slipped and slid straight down. My whole front side was completely covered in mud from about here down, and it took me a really long time. And all 3 of them were up at the top, and I actually did start crying because I was like, I'm not going to get up here. You guys can go. Like, I don't know what I was going to do. And Abby actually almost started to come down with me. And so shout out to you, Abby, for being a freaking great friend. So Rachel and Taylor, but like, but I told her no. And so what I had to actually do was I had to grip the actual mud to like try to do it, and it would still slide, but I was able enough to get up. So thankfully I got up. I got up safely. We're okay. All 4 of us are okay. We made it back. We're healthy. We're alive. You'll see them in another video, I'm sure. Number 4. So this one is a pretty traumatic one, and a lot of people make a lot of jokes about it, and I have made a few jokes about it, but it's kind of because it happened to me. And that's kind of like my way of dealing with it, is kind of joking about it. But this was a very traumatic experience that happened to me, and my roommate Abby. So basically, we live in a dorm room, and it's a very small room, and there's 2 beds. We have a microwave and a refrigerator right by the window. There's a heater connected to like where the window is, and then there's the window. Well, we had on the windowsill, there was some things. A lot of people keep things on windowsills. It's not uncommon. We also had the window opened, so there was a breeze. My friend and roommate Abby was gone to her 8 a.m. class, and I woke up to the smell of smoke. So I woke up and I smell smoke. It's very hot in the room and I see smoke. I look over to the window and the heater is up in flames, and the flames are legit encasing the window and the blinds that are on the windows. So our whole window is encased in flames and I don't know what to do. Now, mind you, my first reaction was to wake Abby up because she had like a pile of blankets on her bed like any normal person. So I shook the blankets thinking it was her, and I realized she was not in the room. So what I did was I ran out of my room, and then when I ran out, I realized the flames are going and there is no alarm going off. The smoke is not going off. The whole hallway is filled with smoke. My whole room is filled with smoke, and there was no alarm going off. And I was like, this alarm's not going to go off. And my whole room's going to go out. So I run back into the room, which I don't suggest doing. If there is a fire, please get out of the room. So I run into the room and I grab all the water bottles that I see in sight, and I literally somehow open them all really quickly. Adrenaline hit in and was able to open all of a whole bunch of water bottles really quick, and 1 Gatorade bottle. Yes, I know you shouldn't throw Gatorade, but it's what I had. And I literally just started dousing it onto the heater, and it went out. Now what happened was there was a malfunction in the heater, and somehow it got way too hot, and then the blinds also got pushed by the wind from the window being open and knocked toilet paper on top of it, and the toilet paper is what made the flames. But there was also a malfunction in the heater, which is the reason why we did not get charged for any of the damage that happened to our room, because our room was pretty damaged and had to be repainted. We had to get new blinds, and the heater had to be completely redone, and it took them all day to pretty much redo the heater, get us new blinds, until the next day to actually repaint the wall. So it was a very traumatic experience, and a lot of people like to make jokes about it, which isn't kind of really funny, and me and my roommate Abby are kind of bothered by it, but I know I've made a few jokes, so I guess that's kind of hypocritical, but it's kind of like my way of dealing with it, I guess. But that was, on a low note, that was a really traumatic experience, and my friend Abby actually came back to me crying my eyes out on my bed, and she asked me what was wrong, and I told her, and then she became like really shooken up by it, and we told an RA. And then a whole bunch of people came, cops came, everyone came, and it was a whole deal. But then we had a really asshole maintenance guy that decided, we were both very shooken up, and we also have my friend Lacey, who stays in our room quite often because she has a crazy roommate, which we could make a whole series on that if you want to. Me, Lacey, and Abby could make a whole series on Lacey's crazy roommate and our crazy hallmate. So if you guys want that, comment in the description box and we can film that if you want to. But yes, so that is what happened, and we had a really asshole maintenance guy that told us, what do you guys have better to do than sit in your room? You guys have classes to go to. Do you guys not have friends? Like, stuff like that. And he made these comments because we were sitting in the room while they were doing the maintenance work on the heater and stuff. And we're like, you do realize we just went through our room being in flames, right? Like, we're a little shaken up. We're a little traumatized. Like, that's like a thing that people get. And he was just a real asshole about it. And every time I see him on campus, I get really pissed. And me and Abby get really pissed, and we just look at him like, fuck you, like, honestly, fuck you, because you were an asshole towards us in a time that we were going through stuff. And we also had a really cool cop guy. Like, the cop was so funny, and he was pretty much making fun of the maintenance guy and stuff, and it was funny, and I love the cop. I believe his name was Adam. He was the best guy ever. He was so funny. Also, asshole maintenance guy also decided to tell me, do you know these are electric heaters, and do you know that water and an electric heater don't mix well together? And I legit told him, well, what did you want me to do? Let my room burn? Like, And then the reason our smoke alarm didn't go off was because our window was open. But the whole room was filled with smoke. The whole hallway was filled with smoke. So, like, don't you still think a fire alarm should have went off? Like a smoke detector should have went off? But no, that was their excuse. Our window was open. So that is my story time video, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. The first 3 stories were pretty light stories, and the 4th story is a pretty heavy story, but I hope this gives you guys a tip. Don't keep your heater on and your window open, and don't keep things on your windowsill because it could be very dangerous. So I hope you guys learned from my experiences, check the bus schedules, and don't go on a muddy hill in dark rain. And like I said, don't keep things in your windowsill, your window open, and your heater on, because traumatic things could happen and you could be scarred for life and have an asshole maintenance guy that decides, oh, I'm going to be an asshole towards these people who just went through a fire. Like, could you just have some common human decency? Oh my god, like, I'm still pissed about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more like this, like I said, if you guys want a story time on my friend's crazy roommate, leave a comment down below. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn my notifications on. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Follow me on all my social media. They're all in the description bar below. I love you guys all very much. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see all of you beautiful nameless people next week.